Can a pellet grill cook some carne asada? Today we're at Central Plumbing and Electric. We're here to answer that question. We're doing a demo with the Green Mountain Grills. We got a band out here. We have the whole community coming out. We're gonna be cooking a bunch of meat, feeding a bunch of folks. It's gonna be a really fun time. But the main reason we're here is to answer the question, can a pellet grill cook carne asada? So what is traditional carne asada? For most people, it's not really about the meat. It's generally about the backyard barbecue. It's about hanging out with family and friends. It's about throwing some meat onto the fire, putting it in a taco, and serving your family and friends. It's really more about hanging out, having a great time, and that's what we're doing today. We're gonna cook a bunch of carne asada on the Green Mountain Pellet Grill and share it with the community here at Central Plumbing and Electric. We're also gonna tackle a couple of myths. Some people say that pellet grills don't get hot. We're gonna show you guys today that they do. People say they can't cook fajitas or steaks. We're gonna show you guys that the pellet grill can do that, especially this Green Mountain Grill right here. This grill's running at 550 degrees right now. It's plenty hot to cook some good old carne asada. So let's get this one going. Now remember, if you're looking, you're not cooking on the pellet grills, that's especially true. Good thing is we got a window here. I can actually look inside. I don't have to lift the lid. That's pretty cool, man. All right, friends, it's only been like 2 minutes, but we're cooking at 550 degrees, so we're gonna take a quick look at this meat. Check that out. Look at that. We already got some nice little grill marks. We're gonna put it back on, close the lid, and let it cook. While we're waiting, we're gonna go ahead and season up a little bit more of this meat here. All right, so we're using the WOW seasoning, and I created it especially for barbecue and grilling. As it turns out, this stuff is awesome on everything. All you want to do is put a nice generous coat on here, pat it down, flip it over, do the other side. We're also going to put a light coat of OG. OG is a very simple salt, pepper, garlic. This is the original seasonal. That's what my grandpa and my dad used to use. This is the traditional carne asada seasoning. Just salt, pepper, garlic. That's the old school way. And so we enjoy using this on meats too. Now the extra garlic, the extra pepper really brings out that old school flavor, which we call carne asada too. All right, here we go. Let's flip this meat. Remember, I'm a big proponent of the flippity flip. You want to keep that meat moist. Flip it over a couple of times. Depends on how thick your meat is. The thicker it is, the longer it takes to cook, obviously. So you want to flip it a couple of times and give it a chance to cook. Both ways, that keeps the moisture inside the meat. As soon as you flip, close the lid and give it a couple more minutes, then we're gonna come back, flip it again. People say the pellet grills don't get hot. This puppy's running at 550 degrees. My suspicion is the plate in there is closer to 6. Go ahead and plug in your smell-o-vision. If you were here, you would already be smelling the amazing aroma and the deliciousness that's cooking in here. We have some nice looking grill marks already, so the meat's cooking really hot and fast. It's gonna be done in just a couple of minutes, then we're gonna throw another round in there. One of the cool things about pellet grills like this is that you can cook really hot and fast like we're doing today, as you're seeing, but you can also slow it down and cook low and slow. Another really awesome thing about today's modern pellet grills, they're Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capable. I have the app on my phone. All I have to do is push a button. I can go inside in the air conditioner, turn it up, turn it down, depending on what I'm cooking, and I don't have to work quite so hard or sweat quite as much. Took a whole 5 minutes to cook the first round of fajitas. Let's see what they look like. Look at that. Beautiful, nice color, hot and fast, baby. Look at those grill marks. That looks really nice. Look at all that juice running off of there. Just freaking fantastic. Who says pellet grills can't cook carne asada? Okay, now pellet grills come in different sizes. This is the Jim Bowie edition. This is one of the larger ones. We're gonna go ahead and just load it all the way up so we can get ahead of the game here. We have 4 slabs of fajita on there now. We're also gonna add some chicken fajitas. Woo, baby. All right, baby, we got about 12 pounds of meat in here right now. We've got it loaded. Here's the cool thing that comes with most of your pellet grills nowadays. They come with meat probes. This one comes with 2 of them. All you gotta do is plug it in. This is especially important with the big meat. You stick it through the side here, and then you stick the probe into the meat, and it'll monitor the meat temperature while it's cooking. But we don't need the probe today, because we're cooking fajitas hot and fast. Doesn't take but about 5 minutes per slab. We're gonna throw some tortillas on the other Green Mountain Grill, start warming them up for our taquitos. One big slab of beef fajitas coming right up. This is how you slice fajitas, folks. You wanna cut them with the grain first, then you want to turn them sideways. You can stack a couple at a time, and then you cut it across the grain. Make sure you have a really sharp knife. Makes all the difference. Folks, look at these fajitas. Look how gorgeous that looks. I'm sorry, folks, I gotta go first.
Woo! There you go, Arnie.
That's good stuff. Wow. This is carne asada, friends. Put you a big old pile of meat on your taco. Now you can use a corn tortilla or a flour tortilla. Today, right now, we're using flour. We actually have both on site here. And we have two different kind of salsas. Who's the brave guy that wants the red salsa? I believe it has a little bit of habanero. And the jalapeno avocado salsa. We need a couple of volunteers. Good stuff? Boom! Time to flip the meat. Whew, that looks good. I can smell it. Check this out. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Now I tasted that fajita a while ago and it just tasted like a good South Texas carne asada taco. It was really delicious, folks. It has the color, it has the flavor, and it only took about 5 minutes between flippity flip to get it done. Look how juicy that is. That looks really incredibly juicy. Folks, check that out. It don't get no better than that. This is the good stuff. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. Flavor, fantastic. Now folks, we know there's no such thing as a true chicken fajita. These are chicken thighs, but look how gorgeous that meat looks. It looks fantastic, man. Perfectly cooked, totally juicy. Let's find out. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby, that looks great. Now I like cooking them with a little bit of the skin on there. It gets nice and crispy. That's the added flavor, folks. Really good stuff. I can hear that thing crunching just a little bit. And I haven't had breakfast, so I am gonna have me a carne asada taco with a little bit of chicken and a little bit of beef, because I like them both. And this will give me the protein power I need to cook and serve for the next 2 hours. Good stuff. Cheers. Wow, this is fantastic. You can taste the beef, you can taste the seasoning on the meat, you can taste how it got a little bit of that Maillard reaction, really gave it that nice little char. The chicken is phenomenal, super juicy, super moist. It really tastes fantastic. So can a pellet grill cook some carne asada? Here's the proof. All right, friends, I'm finishing up my taco. Today we dispelled some of the myths about pellet grills. If you're ever interested in looking at one or buying one, come see my friends here at Central Plumbing and Electric in Wesco, Texas. They have 7 locations in the Rio Grande Valley, so look them up online, give them a call, tell them Arnie Tech sent you. Until then, I got a lot more food to cook. We have a bunch more people coming, so keep the smoke light and make it work. Boom! El mero gallo Clemente Rosales, guy's a badass. This man can cook. Look him up on Facebook under Rosales Catering. We're ready to make some tacos. All we need is some cold beer now.